Hi, this is Wendy Briggs with Monday's Missing Piece. Today we're going to be talking about 10 key principles to take hygiene from ordinary to extraordinary. And this is adapted from Frank Luntz, and I really love these principles. So, the first principle is to be people-centered. Do what is best for the patient, and the production will take care of itself. Now, interestingly enough, people that don't know very much about me or our programs sometimes have made assumptions, false assumptions, that this program and what we teach is all about the money. I think this is the farthest thing from the truth, because you know as well as I that if we focus on what's best for the patient, the production will naturally follow. And if we are really centered on doing the best possible thing for the patient, then everybody wins. The patient wins, the practice wins, and we, as their provider, wins as well. So that's the first principle. How we can take hygiene from ordinary to extraordinary. The first thing really is fitting, in my opinion, and that is to be centered on our patients. The second step is to break paradigms. We're approaching hygiene in revolutionary ways, and that can be quite uncomfortable for some people. People that are stuck on the outdated way of serving patients, people that have made false assumptions that, taking the best possible care of the patient, those hygienists that are productive have to be all about what's best for them. That's just not true. And you've seen it as well as I do. We're breaking that paradigm. We're changing our profession because we're approaching hygiene in revolutionary ways. From case acceptance to periodontal treatment, whatever it is, we are seeking after and implementing strategies that work. You might not even know what you're capable of. And I've seen this time and time again from providers that sat at meetings and said, gosh, I just saw you recognize a $3,000 a day hygienist. And the first thing I thought was, that's just not possible. I could never do that. My practice is different. Our patients are different. And what's really rewarding is to see you the next time around when you say, I just had my first $2,800 a day. I just topped $3,000 for the first time ever. And we celebrate that. We celebrate it because it really is a reflection of a superior level of service that you're providing to your patient. And once you really apply yourself and you give it your best, you'll be amazed at the results that you're able to achieve. So what has happened to your production lately? And what are you capable of? Have you set specific goals to improve in one area or another? It could be preventive services. It could be periodontal services. We want you to be focusing on what changes you've been able to inspire in your practice and in your patients. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised that you actually are capable of tremendous things. Number 3 is to prioritize. Focus on what's most critical to achieve long-term goals. Too often, we spend too much time being distracted by the urgent tasks that the truly important tasks don't happen. So number 3, to be extraordinary, we have to prioritize. And that comes down to really our 3 roles. There are 3 areas of focus: preventive therapy, periodontal therapy, and patient treatment advocate. These are our top priorities. We want to be maximizing our role in all 3 of these categories. And then what we see is hygiene going from ordinary to extraordinary. Okay, the fourth principle is to seek perfection. We strive to do everything the right way every time, and this requires systems. But I will tell you that perfection is almost never possible. What we're really striving for is progress towards perfection. And we can do things that we didn't even think we were capable of if we have great systems. Systems, that's what it's all about. Okay, step 5 is to create partnerships. Improving patient relationships and inspiring patients to return time and time again. This is what's best for everyone. So we should have systems and strategies in place for patient retention, patient reactivation. There's a lot of great things that we focus on, and it all comes down to creating that partnership with the patient. If the patient is committed to keeping their teeth healthy for a lifetime, then it becomes a key part of our role to help make that happen for them. Number 6, we want to be passionate. We want to embrace intensity in all we do. Passion makes all things alive and significant, as Ralph Waldo Emerson has said. So being passionate about our patients, being passionate about our practice, being passionate about our role in the success of both of those things, that's what's really rewarding in our profession. Okay. Oh, and I jumped the gun. I didn't even realize I had that quote in there. So I love that. It's one of my all-time favorites. Passion makes all things alive and significant. Okay, number 7 is to persuade. We want to go beyond mere communication to change patients' minds and emotions. Being persuasive is really what it's all about. We're supposed to be moving patients closer along the continuum from where they are to healthy, stable, and attractive. And our role in that is to give it everything we've got when it comes to communicating options and services that would benefit the patient. So number 7 is to persuade the patient to choose a higher level of dentistry than they might have if they were left on their own. Number 8, persist. Never quit until you've achieved your goals. So the reality is persistence wins the day. Too often in dentistry, we have a knee-jerk reaction. If patients don't accept our service or our suggestion the first time, we may give up and not choose to offer that anymore. But what we've seen is your skill level, your verbal skills will improve the more often you discuss these procedures and these services. So those who are persistent succeed. Number 9 is to be principled. Your practice has a vision. Your practice has mission statements. Your practice has clearly defined goals that they want to achieve. And those who are truly committed to these non-negotiable standards for patient care are the ones who truly succeed. And the reality is our patients do deserve the very best we can give them. And if our production is low day after day after day, the reality is that our patients aren't choosing the very best care. And again, the outdated paradigm is that low production in hygiene is good. We know that's not necessarily true. Low production in hygiene means that patients aren't taking the opportunity, or they may not even be given the opportunity to choose the best possible care. Number 10, be positive. Thinking positive can be powerful. I love this quote. Your brain at positive performs significantly better than it does at neutral, negative, or stressed. So the key to extraordinary performance in hygiene is to think positive. Always start your day by thinking what's working well. Too often, it's human nature for us to focus on what's not working and to be disappointed or discouraged at what we're not achieving. Instead, begin each day with a focus on what is working. What are we doing with success? What positive comments have we gotten from patients? That's another thing that I know about providers in our program is that our members can report review after review after review on social media where patients rave about their providers. They rave about the level of service that they've received. And that is what it's all about. Okay, so that's Monday's missing piece. And again, today we discussed 10 things that you can do to take hygiene from ordinary to extraordinary. And might I just add that it's my pleasure to work with such extraordinary hygienists all over the world. Make it a great week.